everybody. This is Teacher Pat here. I'm coming to you today from a hotel room. How much to the hotel room? Well, it is. I'm going to show you where I taught from because I am see the desk back there? Way back there where the light is? That was where I taught today from because I happen to be a online English teacher. I'm bringing this up only because there might be some of you teachers out there that would like to teach online, and this is great for people who travel and want to do stuff. So I'll put my link down there at the bottom if you're interested in teaching English online to children in China, like I do, and travel while you're doing it. But today really is a teacher. I'm a thrifting teacher, and because my husband and I went on an outing this week, and we ended up just going an hour away to check out the thrift stores. So I found some really great stuff because as a thrifting teacher, I try to spot things. I try to go out at least once a month to find stuff for my classes, and I teach in so many different aspects. I teach locally where I live as a science teacher. And if you had seen my last thrifting teacher video, I was so fortunate to find those microscope slides at a thrift store, and those are brand new. Well, anyway, let's get started with the haul. I'm going to go ahead and start with something really basic that all of us teachers need, and that is paper. And this happens to be cardstock. This is cardstock. It's a teal bluish colored cardstock, and I only found it for $1.98. Oh my gosh. Do you know how much cardstock costs at Office Depot? I have been caught buying cardstock every summer because not only do I teach locally as a science teacher, I'm also a summer camp teacher. So besides teaching the children in China English, so I've, like they say, not just one egg in the basket, I have several eggs in the basket. So this is my main reason why I have to go out and try to scout supplies at a good rate because, excuse me. Phew, excuse me. Well, anyway, um, the reason is that I I have so many students during the school year. I go out and teach on Thursdays locally. I go out and teach on Fridays locally. I sometimes teach Saturdays. I do enrichment camps and I do summer camps. So supplies can really add up. And I'm fortunate to be able to get out at least once a month since I am a contracted teacher to go and scout these. Now, I know there are many of you who are brick and mortar teachers and you don't have the time. You're going to school at like 6:30, 7 in the morning. You get out at 4. You're exhausted. You just really don't have the time. And then if you have a family, you're trying to, care for your family too. I've been there. I've been there like you because I did teach in a public school system for 6 years before I made a decision to try being my own um, boss, actually, and I ventured out. But I have a whole other story about that. So look in one of my past videos about how I decided to become a contracted teacher. But anyway, going back to the haul. I'm getting off topic here. Okay, so cardstock paper for just $2. Now, that was not the only one. I found it in orange $2. Oh my gosh. And look how much that is. That is a lot of paper. That was orange cardstock, blue cardstock. Oh my. And then all this white cardstock. This was way more cardstock. And each one at Home Depot costs 12 something. And it's even going up every year. Cardstock goes up so much. So if you're looking for paper, there is a lot of paper sometimes at these thrift stores that people are just donating. I guess different offices are choosing to shut their businesses down and they donate stuff to the store. So I was lucky enough to find these 3 big batches of cardstock paper. So hey, I'm ready for summer. Ready for summer. Okay, so what else did I get? I bought this sea creatures. You can draw sea creatures book. Why? Well, it so happens this summer I am teaching about the sea. So, one part of my curriculum is the kids are going to get to learn to draw the sea creatures. So, I mean, this, I tell you, was the perfect book. And so, what I'm going to do is actually make copies for my students to be able to practice drawing specific sea creatures. And I'm not too sure what I paid for this, but I know, oh, wait a minute, here it is. This one was actually $3. $3. And that was a little bit high for Goodwill, but hey, if I had gone to buy it brand new, I would have paid $7. So still a good steal, still a good steal. All right, what else did I find? Oh my gosh. I was so excited about this. These are picture flashcards. Hello, I teach English to children in China. Look at this refrigerator. Oh my, this is still sealed in the package. It shows you the different cards like butterfly and backpack, and these are such awesome pictures. This is actually grade K, so kindergarten, and it's Rigby on our way to English. What are the odds of this happening? You know, and I don't even know what the cost of this is. It doesn't have it on here, but I know it's a pretty penny. I probably would, being a teacher, I can pretty much estimate what these items cost. This came out in 2004 and it's to help teach English. I would assume this one just alone is probably anywhere from $12 to $15 retail. So, and what did I pay for them? Because it was all together. There were a whole bunch of them. I paid $3. $3. Here's another one. This is grade 1, and this is home, and it's all sealed in here. I don't want to open it right now because they'll all fall, but this is the coolest thing I've ever found. I'm like, I love this family. Look at this. It shows the arrow, and it shows sister, brother. Where is brother in the family? Where is father in the family? I dance. I hit a gold mine. I mean, I'm just like so shocked sometimes as to how I find these things for what I need, for exactly what I need. So all these one, two, 3 packets to teach English with pictures, $3. $3. Wow. That was a steal. Okay. So let's see what else going. Oh, I have to show y'all. I have to show y'all this one.
Are you ready to start?
My husband found this for me. I was ecstatic. I have collected some Star Wars stuff for my boys that I teach English to. And oh my gosh, the boys love Star Wars. So there's this part every time for your assessments, and it says, "Are you ready?" So I can't wait to use the "Are you ready?" They're gonna love it. They're gonna love it. So what did I pay for this? This was $2. $2 for this mask. I was like so excited. Not only that, look what else I found. Oh my gosh. And it has a light that lights up. They're going to love this. They really, really are. So these are like little props that I use when I'm teaching English. Sometimes I my son, he tells me, "Mom, are you having fun?" I go, "Yes, I do. I have a lot of fun teaching these kids. It's so much fun just to see their faces light up." And so I actually do have a really good time with my students online. Even my students locally, I have a good time with them. So anyway, I think sometimes maybe that's going to be a whole other story. I'm going to save that thought for another day. But anyway, okay, so back to teacher supplies. I found a stapler, and the stapler works. And in my class, I make all my students staple their whole week's assignments together. And we were really in need of another stapler in the room. So this was only $2. $2, and it worked. All right. Um, Another thing is that we have actually 4 teachers in the family. Yes. Um, my oldest son is also a science teacher, and he teaches at a private school. His wife, they are in the same school, same private school teaching, but he teaches high school, and his wife teaches first grade. And then I have my other son's wife who teaches first grade this year. She's a bilingual teacher. But she had been mentioning last year about how she wanted to make some little abacuses with some beads and stuff. And I gave her some beads because I have a lot of beads from different thrift stores where I just pick up stuff, and she used them, but I stumbled upon an abacus. I was so excited. I had to take a picture, send it to her. She was in the classroom. I said, "Do you need an abacus?" And look at this abacus. Oh my gosh. I don't know if this is a discovery. It even stands up where you could stand it up on the table and the kids can play with it back and forth. What did I pay for this? $4. $4 at Goodwill. Oh my goodness. Do you know how expensive these things are? And not only that, I found two of them. So I'm going to donate these to her classroom. I know the kids will have a lot of fun with these. I mean, even I was playing around with it when I was at the Goodwill. So those were 2 great finds. Okay. So remember, I am a contract science teacher. So this was to me a little bit pricey, but because it was $2.89, and they are feathers, but they're peacock feathers. And I teach about birds. And I will tell you, the younger children, because I do teach from second grade all the way up to high school in science. And so these seem to have been the downy feathers of a peacock. Look at the downy part right here. And they're not long, they're really short. So this is a downy feather of the peacock. And so I went ahead and made that purchase because the kids really, really want to hold something and observe it up closely. And you can look at the shaft and the barbs. And so I picked that up. This is part of my science stuff. The other one that I found, which was only $2, let me go ahead and open this package. And you would say, "Oh, that's a swimming pool." Yes, it is. It tests the pH. of the water for a swimming pool. Test the pH of water for a swimming pool. And it was only $2. But I will tell you, if you try to buy the phenol red, just the phenol red online at a scientific store, this little bottle costs you almost like $8. And that's crazy for phenol red. And it even had a little meter where they can use to put water samples in, and then you add the drops, and they can determine what the pH or the chlorine or bromine is in this. And this would be great for chemistry. So I grabbed this right away because I know the price of it, and if you buy it as a pool set and not in a scientific store, but scientific stores sometimes can really rip you off. They do. Because they're saying, well, you're science and you're teaching science, but science doesn't really have to be expensive. Again, if you go to the thrift store and you stumble across something like this is only $1.99. Whereas if I had to buy these two bottles separately, oh my goodness, that would have been like about, let's see, $16 to $20. So this was a good find. And this comes under the category of chemistry. So then we did that. So my last thing well, no, that's not the last one. My second to the last. Pokemon! Hey! Yes, believe it or not, I even do a Pokemon camp. Yeah, I do it for little kids, for little bitty kids. And we've been doing this in our family for over 15 years for summer camps. But you can find little books like this. And actually, I'm going to use this as a prize because I have so many children that love to read. And this is such an in thing for them to read right now. And if they're into Pokemon, they want the book as a prize. So this is something I found. Probably it's valued at $5, and I think I only paid because it's a paperback. It's a paperback book, so it was only like 50 cents. And it's brand new. Brand new. All right, my last thing. Hey, I didn't have to buy a bag because look, I bought this collapsible. It's a collapsible. Let's see. Where's the bottom of this? Oh, there we go. This collapsible storage unit. So I really like it's very, very sturdy. It's not one of those really flimsy ones. And I believe I paid $3 also for this. So I was able to carry all that I bought in this collapsible storage container. I was so excited that I found all these great buys this weekend. And I just want to encourage you all out there that if you're looking for more supplies for your classroom and maybe you don't have the time, maybe there's somebody in your family that loves to hunt for stuff. Put them in charge. Let them know. I always find joy in my daughter-in-laws saying, Mom, if you're out looking for stuff, can you find this or find that? Because they don't have the time. They're busy with their babies, they're busy teaching. So maybe you could find a friend or somebody that could help you, and you pay them for that. They love looking there. If they're like me, they love the hunt, and I love the hunt. And it has saved me so much money. I will tell you this, that again, you must save your receipts. Save your receipts. Even as a teacher, even as a contracted teacher, I save all my receipts for my bookkeeper. She does my bookkeeping for all these jobs that I have, because I could go crazy trying to figure all this out. But I should show y'all one day my binder where I might do that. I might do a video on that where I organize everything for my bookkeeper, and then she does my taxes every year. But that's it. That's it. Look at all these great finds. And let's see, if I were to tally all this up, I would say I got all of that for under $30. All of that for under $30. And sometimes you go in those teacher stores and you can only get maybe